Every Kirk and Spock replacement in Star Trek's long-running partnership between James T. Kirk, William Shatner, and Spock, Leonard Nimoy, is so enduring that the franchise often seeks to replicate it. Spock provided a rational counterpoint to Kirk's rasher tendencies, making them a winning partnership that saved the galaxy countless times. Kirk and Spock's dynamic is a winning formula that has been repeated many times in other Star Trek TV shows and movies. The most obvious replications of the Kirk and Spock relationship are those human and Vulcan friendships in shows like Star Trek Voyager and Star Trek Enterprise. However, there are other Kirk and Spock-style relationships that don't follow that pattern. Arguably, the dynamic between Captain Jean-Luc Picard, Patrick Stewart, and LT, Commander Data, Brent Spiner, in Star Trek The Next Generation was a reflection of Kirk and Spock's. However, because Commander William T. Riker, Jonathan Frakes, was Picard's number one, audiences rarely got to see Picard and Data's interplay in a command-level setting. And the more overt Kirk and Spock replacements post-Star Trek, the original series retained the dynamic of commanding officer and trusted advisor. Star Trek's latest Vulcan hero, Majel Michaela Dietz, debuted in Star Trek Prodigy Season 2 and almost immediately formed a Kirk and Spock-style partnership with the show's lead character, Dalrymple Brett Gray. Dal was once compared to Captain Kirk by none other than Spock himself, albeit a holodeck recreation of the Vulcan, in Prodigy Season 1, Episode 6, Kobayashi. Prodigy Season 2 revealed that Dal has lost none of his swagger, making him the perfect foil for Nova Squadron member and budding Starfleet Academy cadet, Majel. Majel and Dal are more similar to the Kelvin timeline's Kirk and Spock, being Starfleet Academy rivals who build a mutual respect for each other. Magel's logic and by-the-book approach to Starfleet regulations initially puts her at odds with Dal in Star Trek Prodigy Season 2. However, once they're catapulted into the alternate future, she begins to see the merit of Dal's brasher approach to being a Starfleet hero. Like Kirk and Spock before them, Majel and Dal learn from each other throughout Prodigy Season 2 and will hopefully continue to do so for years to come.